The Eagles are turning heads this season, and honestly, it's been one of the more surprising stories in the league so far. One defensive player, in particular, has stepped up in a way that nobody outside of Philadelphia might have predicted, transforming the defense into a force that feels genuinely intimidating. It's not just him, though. The team as a whole is showing signs of chemistry and execution that make them dangerous on both sides of the ball. On the offensive side, questions remain about Lane Johnson, whose recent foot injury has left fans wondering exactly how long he'll be sidelined. Early projections suggested 4 to 6 weeks, which would have him back just before the playoffs, but there's still uncertainty. The team needs the inflammation in his foot to subside before they can even determine whether surgery is required, which means for now, Eagles fans are left waiting, hoping that the best-case scenario comes through. Losing Lane is undeniably a huge blow. He's been a pillar for the offense, dominating defenders even in limited reps and proving time and again why he's regarded as one of the elite tackles in the league. Watching him in action, even when he was injured against the Lions, it's clear that his presence on the line is irreplaceable. But there's a glimmer of optimism because Fred Johnson is more than capable of stepping into the spotlight. While he's not Lane Johnson, Fred has shown time and again that he can handle high-pressure situations, both as a starter and as a rotational lineman. And the coaching staff clearly trusts him to anchor the line when it matters most. Past performances, including big games against tough competition, have proven he can hold his own and help the Eagles maintain momentum on offense. This depth is crucial, especially as they prepare to face a Cowboys defense that, on paper, has struggled significantly this season. Statistically, they rank near the bottom of nearly every defensive category, from points allowed per game to third down stops, making this matchup a golden opportunity for the Eagles to get their offense firing again. Even though the Cowboys have made some adjustments and added talent to their roster, the numbers don't lie, and this game represents a chance for the Eagles to assert dominance and send a statement about their capabilities. Turning back to the defensive side, the emergence of players like Moro Ojomo has been a revelation. Drafted in the 7th round, nobody outside of the organization expected him to have such a rapid impact, but he's quickly become a cornerstone of the defensive line. His motor is relentless, his effort uncompromising, and his ability to pressure the quarterback has changed the dynamic of the defense. The production numbers speak for themselves, with pressures and sacks climbing steadily and a clear trajectory toward elite performance. For Eagles fans, this isn't just a pleasant surprise. It's proof that the team's scouting and development system is capable of finding diamonds in the rough and transforming them into true difference makers. Adding to that, players like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter have really stepped up this year, elevating their games and solidifying a defensive front that is both versatile and dominant. Jordan Davis, in particular, has been rewarded with NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors after a standout performance, highlighting just how much of an impact he's had in critical moments. The team's ability to combine young talent with experienced veterans has created a unit that can adapt, attack, and control games, putting opponents on their heels. Watching the defense operate, it's clear that every player is buying into the system, working tirelessly on fundamentals, and pushing each other to reach higher levels. The results speak for themselves, not only in individual stats, but in the way the Eagles are winning games, often with a defense that can change momentum in a single play. Meanwhile, the leadership within the locker room is a story all its own. Jalen Hurts has been handling external pressures with maturity and focus, addressing media narratives with poise and a determination to let his play speak for itself. He's emphasizing accountability, owning both successes and setbacks, and reinforcing the message that the team's attention is on preparation and performance, not distractions. This mindset is contagious, helping to cultivate a culture where focus and resilience take priority over off-field noise. For a team that has faced its share of drama, maintaining this collective focus is critical, especially as the season heads toward pivotal matchups. The combination of experienced leadership, emerging stars, and a coaching staff that clearly believes in its players has created a vibe that's hard to ignore. Offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo has emerged as a crucial piece of the puzzle, bringing creative schemes that have kept the offense competitive, even amidst injury setbacks. There's a growing recognition around the league that his work with the Eagles' offensive unit has been exceptional, and if the team continues to succeed, it wouldn't be surprising to see him considered for a head coaching role in the near future. Patullo's ability to adapt game plans, utilize player strengths, and maintain cohesion in high-pressure moments has contributed immensely to the team's 8-2 record, and his influence is felt from practice fields to game day execution. On the practice field, the Eagles have shown remarkable resilience. Even with injuries affecting key players like Lane Johnson and Cam Jurgens, the squad has maintained intensity and execution. Cam's own challenges with injuries have limited his consistency, but the coaching staff and backup options like Brett Toth provide necessary depth, ensuring that the team can absorb setbacks without losing effectiveness. Watching practices, it's evident that the players are committed to improving, pushing each other, and treating every drill as an opportunity to get better. The culture of accountability, hard work, and self-improvement is palpable, and it carries over directly into games, where preparation meets performance. Even rookies like Miles Hinton, now entering his 21-day practice window, are getting valuable exposure to the team's system, a move clearly aimed at shoring up depth in light of injuries and ensuring readiness for any scenario. Every element of this team, defense, offense, coaching, leadership, and depth, is converging at a moment when results matter most. The Eagles are proving that talent alone doesn't define success. It's the combination of preparation, opportunity, and relentless effort that elevates a team from good to great. With every practice, every game, and every player stepping into the spotlight, the Eagles are showing that they're ready to capitalize on opportunities, overcome adversity, and remain a team that opponents genuinely fear. Whether it's a breakout defensive star, a reliable backup stepping up on offense, or a quarterback handling pressure with poise, the narrative around this team is one of growth, resilience, and potential fully realized. As the Eagles prepare for the next game, the focus on execution and minimizing mistakes is sharper than ever. Every rep counts, every assignment matters, and the team knows that this stretch of the season can define how they carry momentum into the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has been particularly vocal about taking ownership of the offense, not just in terms of the numbers on the stat sheet, but in leading the team's energy, mindset, and accountability. He recognizes that as a starting quarterback, he's under the microscope constantly, but instead of letting outside chatter distract him, he channels it into preparation. Day in and day out, he emphasizes fundamentals, timing, and chemistry with his receivers, and it's paying off. The offensive line, even with the challenge of Lane Johnson's injury, is adjusting, communicating, and executing at a level that allows Hurts to operate with confidence. The trust he places in his teammates, from the line to the skill positions, is evident every time the Eagles step onto the field, and it's clear that the team's cohesion is growing stronger with each week. Defensively, the evolution of the line has been nothing short of spectacular. Moro Ojomo continues to make waves as a disruptor in the backfield, but he's not working alone. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter have become central figures, combining raw power with technical precision to collapse pockets and force quarterbacks into hurried decisions. The defensive scheme has adapted to leverage their strengths, creating opportunities for turnovers, sacks, and big plays that swing momentum. Every player on that side of the ball seems to understand their role in the larger system, and the commitment to consistency and effort is palpable. It's rare to see a unit this young and this effective, but the Eagles coaching staff has clearly built a culture where talent is maximized through preparation, discipline, and relentless effort. Watching them in action, you can sense the difference between players who are just following assignments and those who are actively hunting for impact. The combination of skill, speed, and situational awareness has turned this defense into a legitimate threat every time they step onto the field, forcing opposing teams to rethink their game plans entirely. Offensively, while injuries have tested depth, players like Fred Johnson have stepped in without missing a beat. His ability to rise to the occasion and protect Hurts has been critical, and it's a testament to both his preparation and the coaching staff's confidence in him. Every game where he's been on the field, the Eagles have maintained efficiency and consistency, proving that while Johnson may not have the superstar pedigree of Lane, he can perform at an elite level when called upon. The confidence the team has in him is reflected in how they structure offensive packages and plan plays, allowing the line to function cohesively even when faced with top-tier defensive pressure. It's a dynamic that speaks to the team's depth, resilience, and adaptability, qualities that are increasingly defining the Eagles as one of the more complete teams in the league. Meanwhile, the leadership and accountability within the locker room continue to set the tone. Hurt's approach to the recent media narrative surrounding him has been calm, measured, and focused on what truly matters: preparation, teamwork, and execution. He accepts responsibility for both successes and setbacks and emphasizes that the team's energy must remain on the field rather than in headlines. That message is resonating, and you can see it in how the players conduct themselves during practices and games. This culture of internal focus and professional accountability is exactly what allows a team to navigate the inevitable distractions of a long season without losing sight of the ultimate goal. When every member of the squad buys into that mentality, it creates a feedback loop where effort, performance, and confidence reinforce one another, resulting in a team that is difficult to break down mentally or physically. Looking at the broader picture, the Eagles' coaching staff is making strategic decisions that are shaping the trajectory of the season. Kevin Patullo's offensive innovation has been a key factor in keeping the unit competitive, and his ability to adapt to personnel changes and in-game circumstances has not gone unnoticed. There's growing recognition around the league that his schemes and leadership are preparing him for potential head coaching opportunities in the future, and that potential is grounded in the tangible results the Eagles are producing on the field. The combination of veteran guidance, young talent, and a forward-thinking coaching approach is exactly what allows the Eagles to navigate challenges, such as injuries to key players, without derailing their performance. Every practice, game plan adjustment, and sideline decision reflects a commitment to maximizing the team's potential, and it's this meticulous attention to detail that separates contenders from pretenders in today's NFL. Injuries remain a key concern, particularly for players like Cam Jurgens, whose season has been marred by setbacks. While Cam has had flashes of brilliance, the cumulative toll of repeated injuries has affected consistency, forcing the coaching staff to evaluate the best approach for him moving forward. Backup options like Brett Toth have provided stability, demonstrating that the Eagles' depth chart has been constructed with foresight. Rookies like Miles Hinton entering practice windows add additional layers of readiness, ensuring that the team can absorb injuries without sacrificing performance. The ability to rotate players, maintain high standards, and keep the offense and defense executing at a high level is a testament to both planning and preparation, and it's one of the reasons the Eagles continue to be a formidable opponent week after week. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The football world woke up to a tremor of disbelief as whispers spread that the Philadelphia Eagles may have pulled off one of the most audacious moves in recent memory: the alleged acquisition of Buffalo Bills star quarterback Josh Allen. Nothing has been confirmed, no official statements have been released, and yet the rumor has taken on a life of its own, rippling across social media, front offices, and locker rooms. What began as a faint murmur in league circles has quickly escalated into one of the most talked-about storylines of the season. According to insiders who claim to be close to the situation, the Eagles have been quietly exploring a seismic shift at the quarterback position. The supposed blockbuster move involving Allen, one of the league's premier talents, has left analysts scratching their heads. Why would the Bills entertain such a possibility? What could Philadelphia have offered to even open the door to such a conversation? No one seems to know, or at least no one is willing to speak on the record. Fans in Philadelphia are already buzzing, imagining Allen in midnight green, launching deep passes at Lincoln Financial Field. Bills supporters, on the other hand, are brushing off the rumor as nonsense, insisting their franchise cornerstone isn't going anywhere. Still, the silence from both organizations has only fueled more speculation. The lack of a denial has become its own statement, interpreted by some as evidence that something unusual may indeed be happening behind the scenes. League executives outside the two teams have reportedly been just as stunned by the rumor's momentum. Some suggest it could be a negotiation tactic, a smokescreen, or even the result of internal leaks meant to test the market. Others believe there may be far more truth to the whispers than anyone expected, hinting that the Eagles may be attempting a dramatic reconfiguration of their offensive identity. Until someone steps forward to confirm or deny the swirling reports, the football world remains suspended in curiosity. For now, the rumor lives on, loud, wild, and impossible to ignore, leaving everyone wondering whether Philadelphia is truly on the verge of an unprecedented quarterback shakeup. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.